Hey guys, welcome back inside the Telestration booth. I'm Kevin Sully here to break down another race, and today we're looking at the Sunset Tour men's 800-meter race. It's a race in the second week of July, just a couple weeks out of USA's. It was a very compelling 800-meter race. Let's get to the video and we'll break it down frame by frame and we'll set the field. First off, you see the names there on the start list, and you look at them meet 2 weeks before USA's, you think, okay, they're going to be chasing standards. Yes, that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be looking to tune up that as well. But this race had an extra dynamic to an extra dimension. It wasn't just about chasing times. It wasn't just about getting ready for USA's. It was about this man right here, Bryce Hoppel, trying to go for 20 wins in a row. So time, in a way, was very important, but it also was a fun race to watch just to see, can Hoppel keep this, I think, improbable win streak going? He did it all throughout the winter, prelims, finals in the NCAA season, but now he's going against a professional field. We'll see if he can keep it going. Also in this field, you see Eric Sawinski here, the 800-meter veteran. A lot of Brooks Beasts. Matthew Centrowitz is in there, Craig Engels. We'll talk about more of them as we get going. But let's see how Bryce Hoppel played this race and how he employed tactics, again, in a professional field. Now, a lot of these runners are 1,500-meter specialists dropping down. There are some 800-meter runners in there as well, but I think Hoppel used that to his advantage, also used the fact that he's still sharp. And you see the pacer up front here. This is the first inclination that Hoppel is going to follow the playbook that he used in the NCAA season, which is get to the front early on. Yes, he has a good kick, but he wants to be in good position early, doesn't want to leave himself too much to do over the last 200 meters. And like I said, NCAA's was a month ago. It's been a while since Bryce Hoppel has raced on the track, so maybe there's some rust. No, he answers that question right here in the first 200 meters. He's right behind the pacer. He actually had the benefit of running behind Devin Dixon of Texas A&M a lot in the NCAA season, and Dixon went out so quickly in these races, almost served as a pacer. So while Hoppel didn't have a lot of experience running rabbited races this year, running with Dixon, I think, helped prepare him for this race. You see the pacer takes it out. They go through right around 25 seconds. Sawinski there in second, Hoppel in third. Matt Centrowitz, we mentioned, this is just his second race of the year, his debut at the Prefontaine Classic. Went really well, got the Olympic standard, so he's just here to sharpen up. He's there in the back. He's going to get a good tune-up effort out of this race. Also getting cheered on by the BTC crew here. BTC, it's like the cool kids when they show up at the track meet. Got the matching backpacks, the jackets, and they roll very, very deep, as you can see. Let's keep it moving here, though, as the pace is solid at this point. Jeffrey Fisher, the Rabbit, up front, did a good job stringing this pace along. A little bit of bunching, but I would rather have it like this than way too quick where the rest of the field isn't getting any benefit here. So you see pretty good straight line here of athletes filing behind Fisher. Sawinski there in second. He likes to run aggressively. Also, Eric Sawinski, the guy racks up airline miles. We know this. He travels from 800, 800, 800 all throughout the season. So you're wondering, how many 800s or races in general has Eric Sawinski run this year? The answer, this was number 16. This was his 16th race, although number 15 was a couple weeks ago. So he's fresh by Sawinski standards. Fisher continues to lead. Sawinski second, Hoppel third, Josh Kerr in fourth. Interesting with Josh Kerr on this same track at Azusa a year ago, competing for the University of New Mexico in the 1500, set the collegiate record. He has fond memories of this track. So even though he is more of a 1500 guy, he's somebody who can drop down and run a fast 800. So we hit the first 400, it says 51. Officially, Fisher was 51.02 through 400. So if you do what Nick Simmons always used to like to say is that 2-second differential first lap to second lap, so that would mean 51.53, which would be 144, which would be a great pace for this field. We'll see if they can do it. Engels in the black there with the mullet moving up. He's now into fifth as Fisher's going to step off. So now Sawinski in front and Hoppel in second. And at this point, this scene is very familiar to anybody who's watched the NCAA races or any of the previous pretty much 19 races that Bryce Hoppel's run, he's right in great position. He's right on the shoulder here of Sawinski. And yeah, a lot of that is because he's just fit, and it's easier to make tactical decisions when you have the speed to cover moves and make moves. But a lot of it is good decision-making on Hoppel's part as well. Centro here going wide, and he mentioned afterwards in a post-race interview, regretted some of the moves he made, wanted to be more patient. But I understand why you go wide there. It's only 300 meters to go. He's a 1,500-meter guy. He's kind of itching to get going here. He knows he doesn't want to leave it all to the last 100 meters, but something that he'd probably fix if he could run the race again. And let's see what Hoppel does from here. How long is he going to sit on Sawinski's shoulder? Because we know we're coming up on the final turn and the curve. And on cue, Bryce Hoppel in front. I mean, he just, every decision, every tactical fork in the road, Hoppel chooses the right way. And he just has free reign in this field to get in the best position, regardless of where he is at on the track. So this is turning into a three-man race, a little bit of a gap here back to Kerr at this moment. Now, things can change. A lot of stuff can go on in the final 200 of an 800. But, I mean, it's just interesting. Hoppel did not even need to fight with anybody around the curve. With 200 to go, he's in pole position. So he is in the best possible spot here to run a quick time and run his win streak to 20. But now things get interesting because Craig Engels is challenging. If you remember Craig Engels' 800 history, he's not just a 1,500 guy. At the 2016 Olympic trials, he got fourth in that race. His PR only 146, but he can run a fast 800. So right now, 100 meters to go. Hoppel in front. Can he get to number 20? Engels giving chase. He's going all out here. The mullet is all out. Everything is in full effect. A year ago, Craig Engels, 150 at this time. He's going to run something much quicker. We have a fun last 100. And like I said, it's not just about times. You see 132 on the clock. You know they're going to run something fast. But this is about whether or not Hoppel can get that number up to 20. And it's a two-man race here for it. Both men bearing down. Engels trying to go past. Hoppel just too strong, just too quick. He's going to get this win, 144.48, just off his personal best that he set in Austin at the NCAA championship. That moves his win streak to 20. See Kerr and Kidder here battling for third and fourth. Almost like they're holding hands as they come across the line. And Sawinski there behind. So we'll get a look here at the official times as they finish. At Hoppel, 144.48. Engels, a huge personal best, goes down from 146 low to 144.68. Kerr, Kidder, 145. Sawinski in there at 146. Central, 146.3. He came back later on in the meet and paced in the 5K. All in all, a good effort there for Matthew Centrowitz. But the story right here is Bryce Hoppel. He gets number 20 in a tough field. This was not a walkover race. Like I said, Craig Engels, legitimate 800-meter guy. You can see how happy Engels is. He said he just wanted to show up, have fun, and try to push Bryce Hoppel. Well, he got more than that. Hoppel helped pull him to that big personal best. So he'll have the Olympic standard, Engels in the 800. Don't know if he's going to need it for that event because he's more of a 1,500-meter guy, but hey, nice to have an extra Olympic standard in your pocket if you can have it. So what does this mean? Big picture heading in to USA's. Well, clearly Hoppel is still sharp. It's been a month, as I mentioned, since NCAA's. Now it's only 2 more weeks plus until USA. So he's made it this far. It looks like he's still going to be in good shape going into USA's. Who is he going to face there that wasn't in this race? Well, Donovan Brazier, who ran a quick 1,500 at the same meet. Clayton Murphy, we assume, will be in the 800 as well. But Hoppel's right there. He mentioned it at NCAA's. I think I have the best kick right now of anybody. That's not arrogance. That's confidence, and that's speaking the truth. Also, he talked about his strength going through the rounds so many times during the NCAA season. He looks to be in a good position. Engels looks solid as well for the 1,500. He was top 5 at pre in the mile last week, then backs it up with a big 800 PR. So he looks good. Centrowitz as well. 2 races in all of 2019 and 2 solid efforts. So no reason to think that he won't be able to get top 3 in Des Moines as well. But what a phenomenal run here by Bryce Hoppel gives us plenty to discuss in the coming weeks as we race in Des Moines, Iowa for those 3 berths to the IAAF World Championships in Doha. That's it for this race breakdown. For more coverage of the Sunset Tour meet, be sure to check out the coverage page on FloTrack. All the races, all the interviews, and even more telestrations. Go check it out.